Hey guys, it's nice to see you today. So I have this nudge to do a reading today on creativity, how to keep a spark alive if there's a lot going on around you, how to seeing if there's any guidance from spirit related to keeping your creative flame alive and allowing it to grow no matter what turbulence is in your life, no matter who might be around you and what energy might be around you that perhaps triggers you to stay small or triggers you to resort to old habits that just don't really serve you. And I kind of just wanted to see what spirit had to say about that, and something told me that maybe it would benefit you guys too. I don't know what creative projects you have going on in your life, but I can share with you that for the past 4 years I've been working on an upper middle grade fiction book. 4 years, I feel like it sounds like a long time, but within those 4 years, I had a baby and I moved twice, and honestly, I learned how to really cultivate my craft, really kind of get very confident about writing. It's the first time I've ever written a novel before, so if you guys have anything to say about that, please write it in the comments. If you're a writer, then you know that it can be kind of lonely sometimes. And that's why it's important to try to stay connected with people that can help you get to keep your spark alive. And I do my best with what I have. So if you have any tips or anything at all, write it out in the comments. Let's see what Spirit has for us today, though. So Spirit Guides of the Highest Truth and Compassion, what can we share with this very creative collective of individuals when it comes to keeping a spark alive for their creative projects when excuse me, when it would seem that their life is making it a little difficult? For that, what advice do you have for the highest good of all? Let's see what happens here. Whoo. All right, the bottom of the deck, is the devil. The devil with the Ace of Wands. So, I mean, immediately my thought is old patterns that no longer serve, wanting the freedom to embrace your creativity, wanting the freedom to embrace the message you have to share. So if this reading resonates for you, it's possible that at the moment we feel a little down in our thoughts. And I can tell you I feel a little down in my thoughts right now. All right, well, let's see. In your conscious, or in our conscious mind, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is very much about cultivating something new, really working towards working on the project that really lights us up. In our unconscious, this is funny. In our unconscious, I got, this is kind of how we feel. We feel a little dead inside. Man, I feel like this reading is getting dark. Is that a bad thing? I don't know, it's life. It's a part of life. Sometimes life isn't just sunshine and rainbows, you know? And the overall energy is the 7 of Cups. So we have 2 sevens on the table. So with this energy here, I feel like there's so much to let go of. There's so much to let go of. There's so many old ways of thinking that just need to be let go of. The other energy I'm getting is like, what is it inside? I'm just kind of speaking, okay? What is it inside your head that makes you feel small? And really pinpointing what that is. Like your overall energy is all these different options, like all these different ways of thinking. Which one seems really loud right now? And why is it loud? And what do they sound like? Do they sound like someone familiar? Is it you? Do they take on the voice of someone else? What is it that they're saying to you? And why, if they are so loud, is it possible they're trying to protect you from something? Kind of like in the internal family systems. You know, I get really, I'm gonna get a little vulnerable here. I get really down on myself about the fact that it's taken me so long. That's the story in my head. This is like why is it, like the narrative is, why has it taken me so long to finish, to get anywhere near finishing this project? Whew. I don't know if you guys feel the same about something that you're working on. So let's see. That voice, you know, it definitely sounds like me. It sounds like an old version of me, though, maybe from like my early 20s, where I just wanted to be good at anything, like really good at anything. It didn't matter what it was, as long as it gave me the feeling of recognition. And because I craved that so badly, you know? And that kind of reminds me of this. And what I'm doing now, you know, this story, so use it as it would relate to your creative project, what you're doing, what you're trying to put out into the world, the message you have to share, what's important to you. This story is very personal. Not that it's a memoir or anything, it's fiction for kids. But it's very personal in the fact that I could have really used a guiding light in my life when I was small. And so that is the intention behind the story, is sharing with kids some of the tools I've learned as an adult so that they can do the absolute best with what they have around them. You know, a lot is outside of kids' control. I mean, I think that with all of this information spreading and everything, like the technology these days, it's really great because kids have more access to get help that they need, especially if their environment is blocks them from that access somehow. So, sorry, I know I'm like getting really emotional. It's just because I give a shit. It's just because I give a shit. So we're working on something really hard. The Seven of Pentacles. We are like tending to this beautiful garden that we want to share with the world. And you know, I was just looking up this card quick. We got sirens. Yes, it feels like the world is ending. So it was funny, some of the other meanings I got were patience, perseverance, and the rewards of hard work, right? And then in our conscious, I feel like if you're anywhere near what I'm feeling at this moment in time, it's like we're striving for, we're wanting to persevere. We're wanting to persevere through this, so that we can just embrace this. Wanting to persevere. And there's maybe a feeling of frustration, a feeling of impatience. And you know, I'm being guided actually, even through all this emotion. One thing that I am being guided to say is, what is it that you've done so far? What is it that you've done so far? What is there to be proud of so far with this project? I've done a lot, and I know you have too. I have, you know, 4 years ago, I had no idea how to write a book. I had absolutely no idea. I just started writing. I had an idea for a story. I didn't have a full plot figured out. I knew a type of character. I knew the protagonist and what they would be like. I had an idea for the setting, but everything was very, and I had these like snippets of vision in my head of like, you know, what scenes were going to be in the story, but I had no idea how they connected. None whatsoever. And so I just wrote and wrote until the scenes that I knew were going to be in the story were on the page. And I mean, I had to take some breaks in between because, at least for me, the writing process isn't very linear at all. I don't know that it is for many writers. I doubt it is for many writers after taking so many writing classes and talking to so many writers. So, I mean, yeah, 4 years ago, I just had an idea. This was at its very beginning 4 years ago. And now, I have a first draft written. I have I know what it takes to write a synopsis. I've written a couple query letters, not sent them anywhere, but just practice with writing them. I've pitched a couple of times to understand what I'm getting myself into. I'm very confident in my story. I know how to give an elevator pitch about it. And I've rewritten my first 10 pages in a way that is very ready to show it to a publisher. So though the full first draft isn't done, or it is done, not revised, I understand the quality that's needed to even try to get something in front of the door, through the door. So I guess what I'm trying to say is think about what is going on in your life. Like how much have you done on this? Like really? Like I was looking at all my files the other day and I just have so many. I've been working on this, you know, and I'm sure you have too. So maybe we need to take some time to honor that. Honor how far we've come. And in our unconscious, I'm getting to let go of the expectations of the process, to let go of what we think we should have done by now, to let go of, to be reborn, really. Just allow yourself to be who you are now. And what rings true for you now. Yeah, for this one, I'm definitely getting like the voices in my head. How does that song go? That one, it's the Voices in My Head by Falling in Reverse. Voices, lyrics. Yeah, the voices in my head keep on telling me to pray because I'm spinning like a carousel, circling the drain, hit the bottom of the bottle. I don't want to feel the pain, but that is all I got for now. I don't want to talk about it. The voices in my head keep on begging me to stay. If I pull the trigger now, then the demons go away. And no, my time is coming, so there ain't no time to waste. So that is all I got for now. I don't want to talk about it. The voices in my head keep telling me to choose a side. It's heaven or hell, like it's do or die. I'm a sad boy, you know better. Please don't make this last forever. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that with this. Oh. What do I want to do? I'm going to do Lady Sasha. Lady Sasha. Oh. What do we have to say about the voices in our head? Oh, wise, and powerful Lady Sasha. What do we have to say about the voices? Oh, the voices. Probably get still, meditate, embody unconditional love. Oh, speaking of unconditional love, we've got a pilly cat. Pilly cat, pilly cat, pilly cat. All right, spirit guides, Lady of the highest truth and compassion, Lady Sasha. What do we have to say about the voices in our head? The Ace of Swords. That's a great card for the voices in our head. And Temperance. Pilly cat. Mwah. The Ace of Swords is clarity. What helps you gain clarity? Is a kitty cat. Is it talking to your cats? Talking to your dog? Talking to your friend that understands the weird shit that goes on in your head? The advice for the reading? Oh, you guys, with strength. That's too good. We need strength. Strength. Oh, strength to carry on. I think that's another Falling in Reverse song, isn't it? Carry on. Carry on. Strength. Let's see what else we can have about strength today. Let's see. Inner strength, courage, and the power of compassion. The power of compassion over brute force. I can definitely use some of that. Let's see if we have a wisdom of the oracle. We need some food for the soul here. Billy, this is some hard shit. This is some hard shit. Well, if you stuck around, thanks. This is pretty raw, so I'm not really even sure if I'm gonna post this, to be honest. This is very raw. A little fucked up and raw. Fucked up like my camera's all jacked, but I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. Anyway, Spirit guides, what else do we have to say? What else do we have to say about this? Interesting. Got the number 1. Yang. Interesting. Ooh, and deep knowing. The masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. I'm going to read the prosperity message because we're talking about projects. Projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. I feel like that siren is also a call to action. I think that this is a very normal part of the creative process. This feeling of this and this and needing to go into this. So before I end with, all of the wonderful things I've bestowed upon you today, I'm actually going to read out of this book, 1,000 Words, The Writer's Guide to Staying Creative, Focused, and Productive All Year Round. Because I think there's something in here that can actually help us move forward. Right, Pilly? Help me. Where do you want me to go, Pilly? Right over here somewhere? Right here? Okay. Oh, you guys, look at, you can do it. It says you can do it. All right, you can do it. So this is about writing, but if it's not writing for you and it's something else, just put it where it applies. The year I'm writing this book is the year where a lot of us started to come out of something and see people again. Oh, this was like right after COVID. I flew to foreign countries to speak to beautiful strangers in bookstores, and I visited some of my favorite city literary festivals in America. The last trip of the year I took was to Austin to their wonderful Texas Book Festival, and I met so many new people. I shook hands, I talked all day about my projects, but also everyone else's projects too, all the people who wrote, who identified as writers, or who were readers, or who were teachers, and we were all together, and we were happy to meet each other. At night, after the hours of meeting and talking, there was a party, and I walked to it from my hotel through the streets of Austin, just sort of ambling along slowly, thinking about how tired I was, not just from the excitement of the day, but also how I had written so many words already that year in my life. I thought about that well, the one we all have to tend to. Oh, I thought about that well, like a well inside of you. Yes, Billy. The one we all have to tend to within ourselves, the one that sometimes needs filling. Yes, it would appear our well is in need of filling at this time. But then I thought about all the positive energy I had received that day and how I immediately wanted to turn it back around again, turn it into something, return it to people if I could too. I just heard these words in my head: you can do it. The most obvious of phrases, but when we have been working and fighting and trying to stay inspired for a long time, what other words will suffice? I like it. What other words will suffice? It became a bit of a chant in my head. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is you're dreaming about, whatever path you're trying to carve out for yourself, whatever electricity you're trying to generate, whatever voice you're trying to draw out of yourself, whatever way you're trying to connect with people, whatever you're trying to communicate with the world, whatever fire you are trying to start this morning, today, this week, forever and ever, you can fucking do it. It's literally what it says in the book. Look, you can fucking do it. Where is it? There it is. You can fucking do it. 1,000 words all year round. You can do it. Because it's all about creating a schedule of writing for yourself. 1,000 words. So it could be 1,000, I don't know, whatever it is for you. 1,000 hours of practice. But you can't really do that in a day. I don't know. That's not really realistic. I don't know. Whatever, how many minutes or whatever, an hour. You understand what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I started this reading very sad, and I'm ending this reading actually feeling a lot better. So I hope this helps you in some way, and I love you guys so much. You can do it. Bye.